Hello and a pleasant welcome to the national news here on Star Television, Channel 21. I am Yesi Ernest Hallowell. First, the headlines. His Excellency, President Julius Maada has paid a courtesy visit to the Bonthe Government Hospital.
One, the way we want to handle the hospital. Two, the way we want to do a professional job. We don't make the number of people the way they die because of sickness or Bonthe don't reduce. I want to say a very big thank you from the doctor there to the matron and to all where they serve Naya.
Gilo Educational and Economic Foundation has donated preventive materials and other items to vulnerable groups in Bonthe.
We're here because it's part of our responsibility to be able to cater for and encourage young people in society. And one of the ethos of the Git Foundation is that we're looking after young people, we're equipping them educationally, we're equipping them emotionally by actually seeking the interest from the family perspective, and we're also equipping them, their parents in business.
The Institute of Marine Biology and Oceanography has held a validation workshop on a project implementing on behalf of the UNDP.
National Academy for Meteorology, IMBO, and all other secondary stakeholders. We have been mandating this project. One of it is to provide reliable climate and weather data for the use of spring.
And in sport, marking this year's end of the Ernest by Kuruma's Trophy in the township of Makeni, the pioneer of the football tournament, Honorable Chelno Majuba, has presented football equipment to various teams that participated in the tournament. The equipment were distributed by former President Ernest Bai Koroma. Those were the headlines. And now for the news in detail. His Excellency President Julius Maada, as part of his drive to ensure a safe and sustainable healthcare system in the country, has paid a courtesy visit to the Bonthe Government Hospital as a way to motivate staff and health workers. George Elliott Sam reports.
His Excellency President Dr. Julius Maada, as part of his drive to see safe and sustainable healthcare system in the country, has paid a visit to the Bonthe Government Hospital in order to motivate healthcare workers at the facility.
We look at the total number of maternity cases that we actually admitted within this figure is about 1,991, which accounts for about 66.6%. From January to date. And even from January to date, the total number of maternal deaths that we have was about 3 cases, which I believe is very small percentage with compared to the total number of cases that we do admitted into the hospital. All good conditions actually also must have challenges alongside them. As we can see, the hospital, the people actually are utilizing the facility here, but there is an increased number of patients coming to utilize the facility. But the space is actually a challenge, which ranges from the labor ward, which actually only has 2 beds. Sometimes we do have 4 or 5 cases actually come at a time, but we prioritize them because of the limited number of space that we do have.
Bonthe is an island. We call it Bonthe Island, a very big island, one of the biggest islands in West Africa. Bonthe has been behind development for quite a very long time, but Bonthe is rising again. At the moment, we are very happy with the visit of His Excellency the President, based on the development strides he has put in place for Bonthe municipality, the district headquarter town for Bonthe district. We have done the clock tower. A clock tower that has been silent for over 40 years has been restored, and it is now properly working. The roads project are ongoing. The sea face wall construction project is ongoing. The sub-regional office for the Maritime Administration project is ongoing. The process to relocate the police station is ongoing, is on course, is fast on course. The Salwako project is far gone. As I'm talking now, more than 80% pipeline has been done. The infrastructural aspect of it is ongoing. It is almost now midway. By next year, we are sure of water running from our taps. A lot of development, a lot of programs are ongoing.
While speaking, His Excellency President Dr. Julius commended healthcare workers for their tireless effort in order to render their services to the people of Bonthe municipality. His Excellency also acknowledged some of the constraints healthcare workers are going through in the municipality and promised the government commitment in order to fix the immediate issues that the facility is lacking.
From the last year, one, the way we want to handle the hospital. Two, the way we want to do a professional job. We don't make the number of people the way they die because of sickness or born don't reduce. I want to say a very big thank you from the doctor there to the matron and to all where they serve Naya. Thank you. I'm happy with the way they do things there. Of course, when they do them under very difficult challenges, not so. While I don't tell Mr. Doctor, make he put them together in a report. Now see the one that will go able to solve immediately. From begin make them, as I don't make a good hospital, we know so the structure they're old, we know so they're limited, most of the equipment they're not there. We know say, but I shall say most of them don't get pin code now, not so. Then say now before nurse them be there no so. Now we get about 32 or more no so. With the aid no so. So that's a big improvement. And with a number not just increase, that the quality and quantity of job they do, according to what the doctor tell me, now make me a glad for Cantona, and I for just say thank you. We're not going to pay for that kind of job they do. But we go show appreciation where I shall say that they don't reach and also the medical unit at this hospital because the doctor from the doctor the way they are, the kind of operation the way see the mayor where he's sick. He say he able to go na free tongue, he able to go any side. He get the confidence for the donor for me the open belly. Now because he get confidence for us. Now, so for develop this country, you know me say, well, you know, they're not free to, you know, forget good health. That's what we want for do. So for the fact that you get that confidence, you don't show when I say, now good doctor then we get good nurses there, and then we not sabi take care. So I go just reinforce say, more continue for work hard. Not all that person get for can do for you. Not all that nurses then get for come out of the country there. We go increase the training for una, so that una go get more confidence for tackle anything. Yeah? Una not underestimate una self. Una don't get the basic training. We will make sure say when I get more advanced training so that we are able to take care of we. The doctor and they try, but we now can near the bed all the time, no so. So when I get a big work for doing also.
Reporting for Star News in Freetown, I am George Elliott Sam.
Gilo Educational and Economic Foundation, GID, as part of its continued support toward the fight against COVID-19, has donated preventive materials and other items to vulnerable groups in Waterloo. The donation, according to the founder and CEO, Git Foundation, Dr. Walton Ekundayo-Gilpin, is aimed at lending support to the few underprivileged. Hassan Kuroma has the details.
In the late 2014 to 2015, most countries in Africa were struck with the Ebola virus. Sierra Leone was not an exception. Back home, the Monkey Bush community in Waterloo, the Western Area Rural District, was one of those areas that were considered as a hotspot. Many lives were lost in this community. Now the corona pandemic is ravaging Sierra Leone. How prepared is this community to prevent any occurrence of the coronavirus pandemic? It is on this backdrop that the CEO and founder of Git Foundation, Dr. Ekundayo Walton Gilpin, has donated food and preventive items to the Monkey Bush community as a way to intensify their preparedness against the COVID-19. He said this is a good gesture as a way to show his concern to the Monkey Bush community.
We're here because it's part of our responsibility to be able to cater for and encourage young people in society. And one of the ethos of the Git Foundation is that we're looking after young people, we're equipping them educationally, we're equipping them emotionally by actually seeking the interest from the family perspective, and we're also equipping them, their parents in business. What we are doing here today is responding to the needs of this particular time. It's peculiar that we have this COVID-19 around, and so we need to help them, one, with the food intake, because why people are losing income by a drop in economic activity, and two, we're also giving them equipment for hygiene, and that's what we provided: the buckets, the sanitizers, and the tissues. And we also give a small pep talk on how to keep yourself ready for any eventuality in the event of COVID being around you. Ideally, of course, it will impact the family, but we are trying to let the kids know that they are going to be cared for, that they can expect a future, and they also have adults who really have an interest in their upbringing. So we target the kids, as that's the focus of the foundation. It's actually supposed to be for young girls and women, but then we also have boys in there because why, it's a community thing, but the main emphasis is upon the girls and the women. Furthermore, their parents will be here because we realize that if the parent is not economically empowered, then the kid is also going to struggle on a hungry stomach when they go to school. So give the kids the items and they can hand it over to the parents for consumption across the family. As right now it's 100 children. On a myriad of these, we're giving scholarships to over 2,000 children, maybe about 3,000 kids over the years. We have this outfit, it's in Mashaka, it's in Tonkolili, it's in Bonthe district on Bonthe Island, it's in Freetown urban area and Freetown rural area. So we have kids we've targeted in all these subsets across the country, and the main aim is to move on, because I always say that if you stop moving, you stop achieving. Someone who is immobile will never achieve, but you who are moving, achievement comes from mobility. So keep on moving and moving and moving. Either you move mentally, you move physically, but there has to be some movement. And so we continue moving and touching the lives of children and girls and women across the country.
Ibrahim Bobo Conte is the headman of the Monkey Bush community. He explains how much they appreciate this good gesture made by the Git Foundation. He said all what they've been given will be judiciously used as a way to prevent the COVID-19 from entering their community.
Actually, you give see, we know they doubt them at all. You don't tell this goodness, you don't tell them they do them. Then they can't do this goodness to them, people them. For let them go sustain their life, they enjoy, they feel fine, because now things don't tranga. Nothing all day. And it blood to do them, and you don't do it again. Because inside this regime, till the money we, this by member of the elect, God bless them. Okay, like they go by the dinner way, don't do it, so they put in a strategic place where people for the wash their hands, them do anybody will come, you wash the hand, you go inside, do everything. And for that they go by the end, they count rest inside plastic, for give them popo picking them, then popo by me for them go sustain their life. And this part don't do them back this year.
The Monkey Bush community is one of those communities within the Western Area Rural District that lacks many social amenities like electricity, pipe-borne waters, and proper road facilities. For Star News in Freetown, Hassan Kuruma reporting.
You are still watching the national news on Star Television, Channel 21. In an effort to promote peace and tolerance in the country, members of the Residual Court Interactive Forum have on Tuesday, 29th December 2020, engaged on an awareness-raising campaign on the need to promote peace and tolerance at the Lumley Malama Community. Moses Ojukamara reports.
The Director Global Youth KPCI Ministry Sorikanu noted that based on their needs assessment on the situation at Tambaka, the project is extremely timely because people are being ordained by God to help humanity and is sure in the next 2 to 3 years, Tambaka will be transformed for the good reasons.
My pastor went in America. I pastor in America. In really Buankanaya. I want money for people. Now, for that, my pastor glad the way me able come. Now they say make a can represent them. So I know say based on what you don't see or what you go see later, they go be very glad. As Christians, them, now this time God asks you for what we do. He said, Make we love we brother and we sister them.
KPCI ministry is a non-dominational ministry that reaches out with the gospel of Jesus Christ across nations, which focuses on gathering people of all creed and nationality into the family of Christ and transforming lives of people, connecting them to Jesus Christ and his divine power. Sarah Kagbo, director of nursing KPCI, said the people in Tambaka Chiefdom are benefiting from this good gesture through the connections between Sister Mabel Kagbo, country director of KPCI, and Dr. Abdullahi Sise, the general overseer of the KPCI ministry, commonly known as the City of Light Church, and Dr. Christiana Fode Sise, who are already residing in the United States of America.
The team within the United States of America, the leadership within it, they all love Sise, they for work as a team. For them we able to put hospital Nayaso. And this thing where they can start Nayaso. Me as the director of nursing, we don't start this thing as on a plenty community than a free talk. We they give people a free treatment, free clothing, we they feed them. And this man, Dr. Abdullahi said, when I'm the general overseer of Kings and Queens Court International, God always they lay on our hearts for help people.
She stated that the 50-bed health facility will be fully equipped with standard lab equipment and with 24-hour solar electricity supply and running water for its smooth operations. Nurse Sarah Kagbo furthered that KPCI is complementing the efforts of government in boosting free quality education by building schools in all branches of the City of Light Church across the country to support pupils with learning materials and uniform, distribute food and medical equipment to health workers, and 34 military hospitals in Wilberforce and other communities. She disclosed that more than 3,500 people have benefited from the free medical screening undertaken by KPCI in 2020 alone, which she said the team will also expand on in the regions come 2021. Reporting for Star News, I am Moses Ojukamara.
The Institute of Marine Biology and Oceanography has held a validation workshop on a project implementing on behalf of the UNDP on adapting to climate change risk management in the coastal area of Sierra Leone. Isabella Stanley takes up the story.
The head of climate change at the National Tourist Board, Henry David Bayo, when addressing members of the fourth estate, underscored the relevance of the project in adapting to climate change, especially around the coastal areas in Sierra Leone. Mr. Bayo emphasized that climate change is real and support the Institute of the Marine Biology and Oceanography because tourism is a prominent attraction when it comes to climate change.
Very important document, which is the Marine and Spatial Planning document. Of course, the National Tourist Board is one of the institutions implementing the UNDP funded project, which is the adapting to climate change-induced coastal risk management in Sierra Leone. Of course, the importance of the marine and coastal environment cannot be overstated. It is a critical environmental resource because it hosts a whole lot of wildlife and biodiversity. And the livelihood of many people is dependent on the marine and coastal environment. The government as a whole has made tremendous strides at the national level and also within the regional context. There has been enormous strides and at the global, because we now have the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea is related to protection of the marine and coastal environment. At the regional level, we have the Abidjan Convention, and this is a convention on the cooperation in the protection, management, within the coast of West, Central and Southern Africa.
Bintu Mosiri, project manager for the Management Project United Nations Development Program, noted the importance of protecting coastal areas in Sierra Leone and that government should support policies that will mitigate the impact of climate change. She maintained that people should adapt with the use of clay to have a sustainable structure in resistance of flood and other hazardous climatic outbreaks.
The same as the terrestrial environment, and there is every need for us to protect it. We are implementing a 5-year CHEF Global Environmental Facility Project, which has been launched, and we are at the third year of this project implementation. It's not deliberate. We are having a lot of agency. The project is being working with various institutions to present the heightened environmental protection, National Service for Meteorology, and all other secondary stakeholders. We have been mandating this project. One of it is to provide reliable climate and weather data for the use of spring. And the second one is to have policies or review policies that are input so that government will develop robust adaptation mechanism that is required for our marine environment, especially in this area. And the government is also to come with a lot of sensitization.
For Star TV News, I am Isabella Stanley.
And now to round up the national news, let's turn our attention to sport. Marking this year's end of the Ernest by Koromas Trophy in the township of Makeni, the pioneer of the football tournament, Honorable Chelno Majuba, has presented football equipment to various teams that participated in the tournament. The equipment were distributed by former President Ernest by Koroma. Let's join Hilton.
Compliment of the season to you, my man Yesi, and Happy New Year in advance. Hello everyone, welcome to today's sporting news. The Bombali District Football Association, in collaboration with Honorable Channel Majuba of Constituency 126, has officially presented football equipment to over 14 clubs in the northern region. This is a 10th year of celebration of the Dr. Anisbai Koroma Inter-District Football Competition, but the competition was not held because of the coronavirus across the country. Former President Dr. Anisbai Koroma was in attendance, who lauded this good work of Honorable General Majuba. He encouraged Sierra Leoneans to continue to adhere to the precautionary measures put in place by the government of Sierra Leone in combating coronavirus. Here is the report. The Northern Region Football Association, in collaboration with Honorable General Majuba, has officially presented football equipment to 14 clubs in the Northern Region who used to participate in the Dr. Anisbai Koroma Inter-District Football Competition. This is the 10th anniversary of the competition. The competition was not staged because of the coronavirus and abandoned sports across the country. The chairman of the Northern Region Football Association, Brahma Jallo, lauded the good gesture of Honorable Cheno Majuba and his tremendous support in developing football across the country.
On behalf of the organizing committee of the EBK tournament, for telling us this tournament since 2019 now starts this arrangement. 2010 we start the organizing proper tournament. From there 1 year now that problem for make the artificial turf. We move the tournament na Tekobarat. But beaucoup people don't get hope. Let me say the honorable don't turn him back. Now tell them say no, we will find a pitch. Usa will continue this tournament. And indeed, we go na Tekobarat, we make the arrangements and then give you the permission. But before honorable, they start this program. It starts from Oceanography Football Club. We've been as the chairman of that club day.
He said with more support from Honorable Chairman Majuba and team, the region will continue to identify more talents. On his part, Honorable Chairman Majuba, who also participated in the feeding of over 500 children, said he will continue to give more support. He encouraged the government of Sierra Leone to see how to develop different parts of the country. He said the competition will continue to identify talent that will be representing the country in various competitions. The feeding of over 500 children, this is part of his goodwill.
I just want to challenge you now. Then tell me, say, the most brilliant speaking in Makeni City, na Makamaya so na them day. That's what they tell me, oh. Now true they talk or not true. So na Makamana, I never produce the leaders them tomorrow, not so. And now I sit down so. What me just want to say? Hello? Now two things that I want to encourage you now. We I can always encourage them to pick it up. One, now for respect for mama and papa them, and respect for a big one them. The second thing, now for make una take una book business very, very serious. Because if you learn your book well and you respect your big one, una the big and go past Honorable Peter Yamba and Honorable Chebuko. Una go be big people in the country and out of the country. So una all una book is very, very serious. And una make sure so una respect go on there. Like how una dey so, that's what we said be there today. We will come up Makamana ya na Nasit, we can do SOS. Paya mano ye wait at the talk. That's it in a Kasana farm the number there.
Former President Dr. Hannes Bai Koroma commended Honorable Chairman Majuba for his support in nation building. He urged Sierra Leoneans to continue to adhere to the precautionary measures put in place by the government of Sierra Leone in the fight against COVID-19. He congratulates all the participating teams who receive football equipment, despite the competition was not held in the northern region because of the coronavirus. For Star TV Sports in Freetown, I am Elton John reporting. The presentation of football equipment was climaxed with feeding of over 500 children in the northern region benefiting from the gesture by Honorable Chairman Majuba. Congratulations to the young man. He's doing his own best. Honorable Halu Conte has sent a message of congratulations to his constituency and the sports family. He is the chairman of the sports committee in the House of Parliament, wishing his follower all the best of luck come 2021. Here's a highlight of the message.
To my committee members, the committee on sport, I want to say Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to you. So far, to the entire nation of Sierra Leone, beloved Sierra Leone, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to everybody. Thank you. Ciao.
Best of wishes coming up there from Honorable Halu Conte of the Courtsey community. He is the chairman of sports committee in the House of Parliament. Hope to see more development in the House of Parliament come 2021 from the sports committee. So that's all for sports for today's edition. We'll be coming up with more messages from our sponsors, our keen follower of sport until 2021. Happy New Year in advance to all our followers.
Many thanks, Hilton John, for putting that report together. Well, viewers, that's all we have for you in today's edition of the National News. I am Yessi and it's Hallowell. Many thanks for watching and do continue to stay with us.